Our book, Graphic Sales, had a different title for about 6 months. And I'm glad it did because the creative process fascinates me, especially how something can feel done until it really isn't. So I found these scraps of paper while I was cleaning up just a couple of days ago. And it reminded me of where we started. I really completely forgot. For months, the title was, and I have to read it because I don't remember, The Sales Leader's Graphic Guide to Building a Prospecting Playbook. That was the title. And it was a mouthful. I'm not sure Peter ever liked it, but we kept circling the same debate. Was this an extension of graphic sales stories, our world we had created, or did the book need to stand alone as its own thing? I convinced myself that title worked. I think I kind of got Peter out of my hair for a while. But then I shared some drafts with some friends. I got reactions. I got some polite hesitation. Then I spoke to Lori Richardson about writing the foreword. And she had some thoughtful feedback on the book throughout. And I remember sensing the title wasn't quite right, maybe mostly because she didn't remember it every time I brought it up, but she remembered all the book content. So we kept going. Then Christmas Eve, Corey Kirby's advanced copy of Pressed, the book on publishing books for experts and thought leaders, arrived. And we were working with Corey as well. But I got his book the day before Christmas. Christmas morning, I got up. Our kids are grown. I was the first one up. And I'm sitting in front of the fire. And I'm reading the chapter on titles. And I had one of those moments. Whoa, like our title is not right. It's just not right. I started scribbling notes, right? I started trying to figure out what it should be. I had graphic prospecting, graphic outbound, and I was getting closer, but still off. And then I read these to my wife and she said, why not graphic sales? It was so obvious. Like, I think I almost laughed, or I did. It was an aha moment. Of course, right? Our comics were graphic sales stories. Why was I trying so hard to outrun the obvious title, Graphic Sales? Ran it by Peter. Of course, he was behind it. Then we had quite a few battles around the subtitle because, of course, that's what we do. But the title was there. Now I can't imagine the book being called anything but Graphic Sales. And maybe that's the lesson, right? Good ideas often don't arrive fully formed. They get shaped by time, by doubt, by letting things sit, and of course, by smart people around you who help you see what you can't see. I think that's how better work happens. Sometimes the right answer was sitting there all along and you just weren't able to see it.